What's up, everybody? Welcome to part 3 of week 4 of breaking down the college and pro football this weekend. We just talked about Okie State, Texas, and now we're going to jump right into SMU at TCU. Okay, this line has not moved at all. Okay, I've been tracking this damn line, all these lines since Monday. 9.5. I don't know what the handle is and the volume. I don't know what that is. I don't know those numbers. I know what it is. I don't know what those numbers are. What I can tell you is that it's sad at minus 9.5, which is a good thing. I went ahead and grabbed it because I didn't want to get it to 10. Okay. TCU is playing very good football right now. Okay, they went into Purdue, which is a tough place to play, and they do that fourth quarter thing with the Children's Hospital and everything. I understand that Purdue didn't have their quarterback. I get it, but they went in there and beat a good Purdue team. Okay, who plays good defense. All right, and they beat him pretty good. So they gotta be loving the fact that they played very well and they're playing with a lot of confidence. Okay, SMU is 3-0, but they've beaten Arkansas State, University of North Texas, and Texas State. Okay, not world beaters by any stretch. Okay, SMU's 3-0 record is paper. Also, SMU starts their conference play next week, so they're going to be a little more pumped than Western Michigan, I think, would be at Syracuse. But TCU at home, under 10 points, I think is a great bet with value. There's value all over it. I had this capped at 14. I think TCU rolls actually. I don't know how SMU is going to keep up. They're going to get smothered on defense, and TCU is going to be able to score. So TCU minus 9.5, no problem. All right, next. Speaking of another no problem, San Jose State at Arkansas. I got Arkansas minus 35 here. Find 21 wherever you look. Hasn't moved a bit. I went ahead and grabbed it. I was afraid that it might get to 21.5. Got a good key number here. Look, San Jose State lost to Tulsa. Okay, Okie State destroyed Tulsa. I'm not saying Arkansas is the same caliber as Okie State is, but we're still talking about an SEC team with big boys. Okay. San Jose State starts their conference play next week. How can they get up for this one? They got to go into Arkansas and play an SEC team here. I understand Arkansas has Texas A&M next week, but this is only 21 points. Okay, they're not going to call off the dogs when they're up 21. They're going to keep going. Now, when they're up 35, 42, something like that, then I can see them calling off the dogs and start putting in subs. But Arkansas needs to beat this team by 21 or more. That's why I like this line. It's low considering the opponents. I think Arkansas figured some things out on offense against Colorado State. It's a night game. Okay, the fans are going to be pumped, and it's going to be some excitement. I think Arkansas rolls. I think San Jose State is not a good team. Arkansas should not struggle with this team at all. And again, even if they are looking ahead, it's only 21 points. So Arkansas minus 21. All right, Baylor at Rice. I had this Baylor minus 28. When I saw it at 27.5, I went ahead and took it thinking it would go up. It actually has gone down. So it only bothers me that I didn't get the best line. It doesn't bother me that it went down. I just, who cares? Okay. Rice just played Texas. Okay. And lost badly. Now they got to welcome in Baylor, who some would say is just as good as Texas, or if they played on neutral, it'd be -3 or -4. It'd be pretty close, right? I think a lot of people would agree that Baylor is going to be much better this year than they were last year, and they're not going to be an easy out anymore. Baylor destroyed UTSA. They certainly have the firepower and the defense to play a solid game. And again, Rice just played Texas. Now they got to play Baylor. I don't see how Rice is going to be able to handle it for 4 quarters. I really don't. I think Baylor's just going to be too much for him. So Baylor by 4 touchdowns. Ball State and NC State. Um, we know NC State's not very good against decent opponents, but they do cover against shitty teams. So Ball State is a shitty team. I think NC State uh, takes his opportunity at home to focus on some offense and get some confidence back because they do have Florida State next week. But big deal. Florida State is not the Florida State of old, as we know. NC State really shouldn't be looking ahead too much to Florida State. They might be, but much like Arkansas, a team like NC State should beat Ball State by more than 20 points. Line is at 19. Let's do it. Ball State lost to FAU last week, I believe. We know FAU is not that great team. And Ball State starts their conference play next week. Again, one of these situations where how much motivation does Ball State have to play tough, to play hard, and for 4 quarters against NC State. All right, Old Dominion at Virginia. This look, not Ball State here. This is Oldie. Let's make that correction real quick here. Oldie. I have Old Dominion losing by 14 here. It spreads out. Market says 28.5. Look, this is a terrible spot for Virginia. Okay, this is what we call a sandwich game, a gross sandwich game. I think the Bear has coined this nasty sandwich game. Okay, they just came off a good win against FSU. Where if FSU would have done the right, would have know what they were doing, FSU could have had a chance to at least put that game in overtime. They couldn't get it done. So Virginia escaped getting a win at Florida State, and they got to play Notre Dame next week. Okay, they could give a fuck about Old Dominion right now. Okay, but Old Dominion loves situations like this. They cover spreads when the points are this high. They're 2-0 in the last 10, covering these spreads of more than 20 points. Virginia's not very good at this. When they're favored by 20 or more, they're 0-1 in the last 10 games. Okay, this is too many points. Virginia will win, no question. Virginia will win. It's going to be sloppy. They're come out flat. They're already thinking about Notre Dame. I guarantee you, regardless of what happens to Notre Dame this week, they're looking forward to that game to beat a quality opponent. They could care less about Old Dominion. Old Dominion is going to know this, and they're going to play tough. Virginia wins, but I say they win by, like I said, 14, 17, 21, something like that. Okay? Even 28. Okay, guys. I think that's the last game. Oh, yes, the teaser. I liked all of these games, but there was a lot of points to lay. So I went ahead and put them in a 13-point teaser just for some fun. We know Bama's going to roll. LSU is on the road. This is the only one I'm a little worried about here. Not crazy about 10.5, but got to do what you got to do. I think LSU should beat them by 14. I mean, it is Vandy. Oregon plus 2.5 at Stanford. Stanford struggled against teams that pass. USC passed all over them. Oregon's going to throw it many times, and then finally Notre Dame at Georgia. Got Georgia -1. I think we're all in agreement that Georgia could cover the 14 easily, but you never know with these teams. But Georgia at home, that atmosphere is going to be electric. I don't think Notre Dame has a shot to win that game. Georgia -1. So the 14 teaser: Bama, LSU, Oregon, Georgia. All right, guys, timed that pretty well. We're approaching 10 minutes. We'll do one more for just the NFL, and that's it. We'll look forward to the weekend. See you soon.